So this video is intended to teach you how to simplify square roots or radicals to the second degree. So important things to know is prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that can only be divided by themselves and 1. So the first prime number is 2, because 2 is only divisible by itself and 1, as well as 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and 31. Those are the first couple prime numbers. They'll be very helpful as we simplify square roots, and that will come into play later. So first of all, a square root asks what number is multiplied by itself equals the number underneath the square root sign. It's the best way to try to explain to you what it means. Now, a perfect square means that the number underneath equals exactly the number multiplied by itself. So here are the perfect squares. 4. Now 4 is a perfect square because the prime number 2 times 2 equals 4. Since 2 times 2, or 2 times itself, equals 4, the square root of 4 is 2. And that is your answer. The square root of 9. 9 is 3 times 3. So the square root of 9 is 3 because 3 multiplies by itself to get 9. Or 3 multiplies by itself to get the number underneath. 16 is 4 times 4. So the square root of 16 is 4 because 4 multiplies by itself to get 16. Now all of these are perfect squares because there's only going to be one number times itself that equals 16. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. The square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 equals 36. You guessed it, the square root of 49 is 7 because 7 times 7 is 49. The square root of 64 is 8 because 8 times 8 is 64. The square root of 81 is 9 because 9 times 9 is 81. The square root of 100 is 10 because 10 times 10 is 100. The square root of 121 is 11 because 11 times 11 is 121. The square root of 144 is 12 because 12 times 12 is 144. Because 13 times 13 equals 169, then the square root of 169 is 13. And the last couple, you should just go on very quickly. The square root of 196 is 14 because 14 times 14 is 196. 15 times 15 is 225, so the square root of 225 is 15. 16 times 16 is 256, so the square root of 256 is 16. 17 times 17 is 289, so the square root of 289 is 17. The square root of 324 is 18 times 18, so the square root of 324 is 18. 19 times 19 is 361, so the square root of 361 is 19. The square root of 400 is 20 times 20, so the square root of 400 is 20. And 441 is 21 times 21, so the square root of 441 is 21. Now these are all perfect squares because there's exactly one number times itself that equals the number underneath. That is not always what happens. So let's look at ones that are not perfect squares. Simplify the square root of 8. Now, enter in prime numbers. We take the number 8 and we divide by the first prime number that we have, which is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, if you can remember that 4 is a perfect square, then you're done. And you can just simply say that is the square root of 2 times 4 because 2 times 4 is 8. And we know the square root of 4 is 2, so you take the 2 to the outside because you've taken it. But there is no number times itself that equals 2, so you leave the 2 underneath. and the square root of 2 is considered to be irrational. Now, if you didn't realize that, then you keep on dividing. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, you can circle these 2's because they're being multiplied by themselves. Anything you circle comes outside, and that leaves the 2 uncircled, leaves inside. So look at this next one, 12. Well, 12 divides by 2 is 6. 6 divides by 2 is 3. Because the 2's are being multiplied by themselves, they come outside square root, because that's the definition of square root. What number is being multiplied times itself. So the 2 comes outside, and the 3 stays underneath. What you circle goes on the outside. What is not circled stays inside. So, 54. 54 divided by 2 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So, we circle the 3's, they come outside, and 2 times 3 is 6. 20, so square root of 20. So, 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. We circle the 2's. 2 goes outside, and it's a 5. Simplify the square root of 300. 300 divided by 2 is 150. 150 divided by 2, which is 75. 75 divided by 3, which is 25. And we remember that 25 is a square number, but we also have some circles 2's. So, we have a 2 outside. The square root of 25 is 5 on the outside, and then there's a 3 on the inside. And then we'll multiply the outside, which is 2 times 5, which is 10, so the answer is 10 square roots of 3. Put a box around that answer because there's a lot of work going on there. Now, 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. We circle the 3's, 3 square roots of 2. Square root of 27. Take 27. 27 does not divide by 3. So we will divide it by 3. This is the next prime number. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now if you remember that 9 is a square number, you're done because the square root of 9 is 3. And you leave the 3 outside. If you don't remember that, then 3 divided by 9 is 3. And we can circle some 3's and the 3 goes outside. Square root of 125. You take 125. Now 125 does not divide by 2, does not divide by 3, but it does divide by 5, which is the next prime number, which is 25. If you remember that the square root of 25 is 5, you can write the 5 outside and put the 5 inside. If you don't, then you can divide by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5, and we can circle the 5's, and there's your answer. And so the last one, the square root of 50. We take 50, divide by 2 is 25. Once again, if you remember that 25 is 5 times 5, you can write the answer as 5, the square root of 2. If you don't, then you finish dividing. 5 divided into 25 is 5. We circle the 5's. The 5 goes on the outside. The 2 is not circled, so it goes inside. So I hope this is helpful in teaching you how to simplify square roots. So yeah.